Shrimp is the most popular seafood in America. We buy billions of pounds of it every year, mostly from the frozen aisle. It's lean, it's high in protein, and it's convenient. But behind that easy peel bag lies one of the most unregulated and chemically altered industries in the food world. A series of investigations by Consumer Reports, the Associated Press, and the FDA have uncovered a stomach-churning reality. From banned antibiotics and toxic, everlasting chemicals to forced labor and deceptive labeling, not all shrimp is created equal. Today, we are exposing the 8 frozen shrimp brands you should leave in the freezer and exactly what to look for to keep your family safe. The import problem, why origin matters. Host, before we name the brands, you need to understand the 90% rule. Over 90% of the shrimp eaten in the US is imported, mostly from India, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Because these shrimp are raised in hypercrowded industrial ponds, they are prone to disease. To keep them alive, many overseas farmers use massive amounts of antibiotics, some of which, like nitrofurans and chloramphenicol, are strictly banned in the US because they are known carcinogens. The problem? The FDA only inspects about 1% of imported seafood. That means the safety of your shrimp is largely left to the brand's own ethics. 1. Sea Moss by Mazzetta Company. Sea Moss is a giant in the frozen seafood world, often found in budget grocery stores and wholesale clubs. The reason? Sea Moss has a history of run-ins with safety regulators regarding antibiotic residues. In several independent tests, their imported farm-raised shrimp showed traces of chemicals used to treat pond infections. Furthermore, the brand has been criticized for using high levels of sodium tripolyphosphate. The deception: this chemical is a moisture retention agent. It makes the shrimp soak up water like a sponge. When you thaw and cook it, the water leaks out, and the shrimp shrinks to half its size. You aren't just paying for chemicals, you're paying for tap water at shrimp prices. 2. Great value, Walmart. It's no surprise that the world's largest retailer makes the list. Walmart's Great Value shrimp is a staple for millions, but it represents the race to the bottom in seafood quality. The reason? Great Value shrimp is almost exclusively sourced from massive industrial farms in Southeast Asia. Investigations have repeatedly linked Walmart's supply chain to environmental degradation, specifically the destruction of mangrove forests to make room for shrimp ponds. The health risk. Consumer Reports found that value brands like this are more likely to contain Vibrio, a bacteria linked to food poisoning, due to poor temperature control during the long shipping process from overseas.
Now to a recall of frozen shrimp sold at Walmart. People are being told to throw it away after shrimp in a shipment was found to be contaminated with radioactive material.
Walmart is recalling packages of frozen raw shrimp sold in 13 states because health officials said they could contain potential radioactive contamination.
Radioactive material in food doesn't sound good, so we want to say right off the top that so far the FDA says it appears none of the potentially dangerous shrimp actually made it to Walmart stores. However, it was found in a shipment of uncooked frozen shrimp.
3. Kirkland's Signature, Costco, imported variety. This one is controversial because Costco is usually a gold standard for quality. However, their imported, farmed shrimp, not their wild-caught options, has a dark side. The reason? Costco was at the center of a major Associated Press investigation into slave labor in the Thai seafood industry. The report found that the supply chain for some of their farmed shrimp involved horrific human rights abuses on ghost ships and in peeling sheds. The pivot. While Costco has made strides to clean up its supply chain since the scandal, the scale of their operation makes it incredibly difficult to verify. If the bag says "Product of Thailand" and doesn't have a third-party ethical certification, you are taking a moral risk.
U.S. Food and Drug Administration asked Walmart to recall 3 lots of Great Value frozen shrimp after officials found cesium-137, a radioactive isotope, in shipping containers and a sample of frozen shrimp.
Radioactive substance that we're talking about is called cesium-137, which is mostly found in places that have had nuclear testing or nuclear accidents.
They were imported by a company operating as BMS Foods of Indonesia. The risk to people is low, according to food safety experts, but health officials said the contamination could pose risks.
4. Aquastar. Aquastar is another massive supplier found in supermarkets nationwide. The reason? Aquastar has been flagged for mislabeled origin and species. In the seafood world, this is called seafood fraud. Brands sometimes mix cheaper, lower-quality farm-raised shrimp into bags labeled as higher-quality varieties. The contamination. In testing, Aquastar's farm-raised products have shown higher than average levels of PFOAs, the forever chemicals found in the plastic liners and industrial runoff of the ponds where these shrimp are raised. 5. Chicken of the sea, frozen line. You know them for tuna, but their frozen shrimp line is massive. The reason? Their parent company, Thai Union, has been a primary target for environmental groups for years. Their shrimp farms have been linked to bottom trawling, which destroys the ocean floor, and the use of trash fish, grinding up random sea life to feed the shrimp. This makes chicken of the sea one of the most unsustainable choices in the freezer aisle. 6. Whole Foods 365, farmed variety. Even at Whole Foods, you aren't always safe. Their 365 brand farmed shrimp has come under fire. The reason? Testing by Consumer Reports found that even responsibly farmed labels can be misleading. Some samples of Whole Foods farmed shrimp contained MRSA, antibiotic-resistant staph bacteria. While cooking kills the bacteria, the presence of MRSA indicates that the shrimp were raised in filthy, overcrowded conditions that required heavy antibiotic use. 7. Fisherman's Wharf, Winn-Dixie/Southeastern Grocers. The reason? This brand is a repeat offender for sodium bisulfite, a preservative used to prevent black spots, melanosis, on shrimp. While it's legal, many people are highly allergic to sulfites, and this brand often fails to clearly highlight the concentration on the front of the bag. If you have asthma or sulfite sensitivity, this brand is a potential emergency room visit. 8. Trader Joe's imported cooked shrimp. We love TJ's, but their imported cooked frozen shrimp has been subject to multiple recalls. The reason? The cooked part is the danger. If shrimp aren't cooked to a high enough temperature at the processing plant in Vietnam or India, they can carry listeria or salmonella. Because you aren't cooking them again at home, you're just thawing and eating. There is zero margin for error. The clean list. What to buy instead? It's not all bad news. You can eat shrimp safely if you look for 3 specific things. Wild-caught U.S. shrimp. Look for wild-caught Gulf shrimp or pink shrimp from Oregon. These are regulated by strict U.S. laws and contain no banned antibiotics. MSC or ASC labels. Look for the Marine Stewardship Council blue fish label or Aquaculture Stewardship Council green label. These are the only reliable ways to know your shrimp wasn't raised by slaves or in a toxic pond. The ingredient list. The bag should say shrimp, water. If it lists sodium tripolyphosphate or sodium bisulfite, put it back. Is your favorite brand on this list? Will you be checking the back of the bag next time you shop? Let us know in the comments. For more on the hidden chemicals in your healthy food, check out our video on the protein powders to avoid. Thanks for watching.